Andrea, well, earlier today, Mr. Seiveright issued a response and he now joins us live. Thank you so much, Mr. Seiveright, for joining us. But
Good night.
Just to be clear, what is your title?
Senior Communications Strategist.
Ministry of Tourism, or is it the
Tourism Enhancement Fund, which is a division of the Ministry of Tourism.
Now, in your release, you suggested that you were being attacked by the PAAC chairman.
Yes.
But really, how do you justify a $9 million travel bill in 2 years? And in the context of the economic circumstances of our country, don't you agree that taxpayers have a right to know?
Well, as part of the prosperity agenda of the administration, we have set very specific targets for tourism. 5 million visitors by 2021, $5 billion in earnings by 2021, 125,000 tourism employees by 2021, and also 15,000 new rooms by 2021. And we're already very close to achieving those targets. In order to do that, we have to travel, as any tourism industry stakeholder will do anywhere in the world, to destinations all over the world to meet with important critical stakeholders across several continents. And we are achieving our goals. Last year, we achieved 500,000 more tourists over the previous year, which is more than the number of tourists that increased under the leadership of Dr. Wickham McNeil.
So to be clear, you're justifying that, well, you're saying that the $9 million is justified.
No, we're being rational. We have to travel and meet with travel agents, tour operators, cruise executives, airline executives, and we are seeing the results of that work. Let me give you 3 solid examples. We met with Airbnb, Google, and this is official travel with the Minister of Tourism. We met with Airbnb, Google, and other major players in San Francisco, California. We returned with $8.5 million from Airbnb as sponsorship to the Global Tourism Conference. We went to Europe this year. We had a major state of emergency in St. James, which is a major challenge in the tourism community. We went to Europe, and we secured non-stop flights from Munich, Germany, non-stop flights from Moscow, Russia, and non-stop flights from other areas in Europe that I can't announce as yet.
Okay,
and we also went to South America just over a month ago. We met with leaders in Chile, Argentina, Colombia, Peru, and we have increased non-stop service on Copa Airlines from Panama to Montego Bay. We have gotten LATAM Airlines to do non-stop flights between Lima and Montego Bay, and also non-stop service by Aviancon from Colombia.
Tell us, how have you been flying? Is it economy or first class?
Well, we travel not first class. We travel only business class or economy. On transatlantic flights, as you know, you have first class cabin, business class cabin, then economy cabin. So we travel traditionally by business class.
All right. So you have a Bachelor's of Science degree in Political Science and a Master's of Science degree in Public Policy and Management. Yes. You now hold a Senior Communications Strategist position. Respond to some concerns that you're not qualified and you're just a political hat traveling across the globe at the expense of taxpayers.
No, absolutely not. And our agenda is in the interest of the taxpayers of this country. We earned $375 billion in revenues for the country by tourism last year. So we accept that while $8.9 million, it is the nature of the travel of the industry. Now, my work in the private sector is well recorded, and many persons in the private sector, I work for some of the biggest companies in the private sector here and overseas in communications and stakeholder management consulting, and that has been the case for quite a bit of time.
All right, and finally, based on the concerns, will you be scaling back on your travels?
Well, the decisions of travel is not my decision. It's that of the minister. It's that of the business of government. We're absolutely focused about achieving our goals. Already this year, with the state of emergency, we're able to grow by 5.5%. We had 1 million stopover visitors before the end of May, which is an absolutely amazing achievement, and another near 1 million from cruise. And we will continue to grow the industry, and we expect to close off the year at 4.6 million tourists visiting Jamaica, spending over $3 billion or just over 400 billion Jamaican dollars.
Thank you so much, Mr. Seiveright, for speaking with us. And that's Senior Strategist in the Ministry of Tourism, Delano Seiveright.